Without Steph, Buddy Hield, 21 points. Draymond had 14 and 5 blocks. Zion, 12 points. He was 5 of 20 from the field. But the 4-1 start here after missing last year the playoffs, are we a little bit surprised by the start, Chandler?
I'm not surprised because they played the Pelicans twice, the Jazz, the Blazers, and the Clippers. So I think their schedule has been very much in their favor. And now, no matter how you look at it, though, yes, they are 4-1. And this addition of Buddy Hield has been fantastic. He's always been a great shooter. He's always been kind of in trade rumors. They finally get him, and in this system with Steph Curry, he's thriving. He's averaging over 20 points a game. He's shooting the ball at a high clip. So I think he is a great piece. Obviously, we don't know how serious Steph's injury is. Andrew Wiggins missed the game last night, but this is a team that has to be all hands on deck. But they're finding ways to win games with a lot of guys that people might not have heard of either. There's some guys that are getting some minutes, that are getting some opportunity right now with guys out, and they're winning games. So easy schedule, hard schedule. At the end of the day, the Warriors are 4-1, and I don't think a lot of people expected that.
I don't think so either. But on the Pelicans side, though, they have got an injury problem, some pretty big ones. They got swept last year in the first round. Murray and Murphy both out at the moment. Lou, what is the ceiling for this Pelicans
I still think
team?
they got enough. You know, obviously, without those two guys being in the lineup, you know, they're going to have their struggles. But Brandon Ingram, give him credit. You know, he's playing lights out right now. He's doing everything to keep this team afloat, even though they're sitting at 2-3 early in the season. This is a nothing that a 2-game win streak can't fix. But without DeJounte being at that point guard, Trey Murphy being at that wing, I think those guys have done a good job, and give Zion credit. He's been available as well, you know. So I think they turn this thing around once they get everybody back on track.
Yeah, they have enough if they're healthy. The question is, can they stay healthy? Can Zion stay healthy? And when you look at the Western Conference, the only 3 teams that I really don't think are going to make a push for the play-in are the Portland Trailblazers, the Spurs, and the Utah Jazz. Besides that, it's all up in the air. You look at teams like the Rockets, the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, they're all going to have a fighting, even the Spurs, honestly, are going to have a fighting chance to get into that 10 seed. So it's a deep conference. I think the Eastern Conference with Boston has an advantage. But I think a lot of these teams are going to have a chance to sneak into that play-in.
Odds to make the playoffs. That's not...
That
seems weird.
I'd go the other way.
Yeah, that seems that would be going the other way. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're just calling him our Portland superfan. Oh, and he's there.
I like that hat.
Never disappoints. Ian Carmel when we return. He is back. I mean, the hat is everything, Ian. Ian Carmel joining us now. He's a comic. He's host of the podcast All Fantasy Everything. Where'd you get the hat?
I like that hat.
This is a hat made by a company in Portland called Trailblazing, who make Portland Trailblazer related merch. Ball don't lie.
I like it. Can't see your head.
Shout out
it's
to
awesome.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
The ball didn't lie last night either. It was beautiful.
Well, here we go. You know
There it
what?
is.
We'll get to all things. I just love that you are our resident Blazers super fan. But you were at the game last night at the Intuit Dome. I'm so obsessed with this place. I will finally get to see it on Monday. Tell me about the building.
It was awesome to be at the most important win involving a team from Los Angeles last night. The Trailblazers overcoming the Clippers.
Clearly.
It was beautiful. The hater in me wanted to go in there and pick it apart, but the Intuit Dome, once you get past how terrible the app that they make you download to get in there is absolutely beautiful. The app is terrible and froze like 6 times, and I had to uninstall it and reinstall it. And it's like harvesting all of your information. Like it wants to know what your face looks like, how often you're cheering, when you get up to use the bathroom. Like I think the app knows if I have pre-diabetes just based on how many times I peed last night.
I can't go there.
Ozempic.
I can't go there.
Wait, can I ask a question though? Because
I'm gonna get caught red-handed.
yeah, you're not.
Absolutely.
But Ballmer was real big on sort of like making sure certain sections, specifically the wall, doesn't have opponent fans. Like, how do they deal with you?
How do they police that?
Yeah, where do you have to sit in a specific section because you're rooting for the other team?
Can you sneak
They
into
made
that
me
wall?
watch. They made me watch from the bathroom. I was seated in one of the 1,600 bathrooms in the Intuit Dome with the other Blazer fans cheering.
The other Blazer fans are all sitting in
You
there.
know what gets me is the noise thing. How they reward the loudest fan.
It's a lot.
Tickets to next, but they're also said, but we're not listening to your conversations. I don't know how do those both work.
I don't think they do. I think they're lying about not listening to your conversation.
We're going
They're lying
I
about
think
something.
that's
They're
the
either
way it
not
works.
measuring the noise or they're listening to
No,
it.
this is straight up grid.
I saw Joe Cronin sitting in the audience last night too, so they definitely know what the Blazers draft strategy is going into the next season. I think the Clippers and the Blazers might be drafting around the same spot.
Yeah, what is that draft strategy? Who are we gonna take the number 1 pick?
Yeah, I think we know.
It's I hope Cooper Flag's available is the draft strategy. I think.
Ian, they're now 2-3, and before the season, you tweeted that the Blazers would go 20-62.
Brilliant. I like
this
that.
season. Are we still locked into that record? What do we think? Better
We only
or
got
worse?
17 more to go to make me look like Nostradamus. It's an exciting time. We're 18. What do we know? We're 2-3. 18.
Yeah, there we go.
Listen, I would like us to go 20-62. I think it would be good to get another good draft pick, but the team might be too talented. Sterling Scoot Henderson is playing much better. His real name, Sterling Henderson, might be even cooler than Scoot Henderson, by the way. He sounds like a law firm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think he should go by Sterling.
I do too.
Maybe when he's 30, he starts going by Sterling Henderson.
That's what it is.
And
When he's
jumps up
mature.
yet another level.
Yeah. Scoot.
I'm feeling good. Scoot has been playing really well. Danny's good on defense. The Blazers won last night, even though Jeremy Grant, arguably our best player, didn't have his best game. That's what's weird about the NBA right now, right? Even these like lottery teams are full of actual NBA players, except for the Washington Wizards.
Wow.
Like,
Somebody's going to get hit.
So obviously you're optimistic about it still. You still are finding ways to have joy watching this game. Even though they haven't had a winning season since 2021 season. You still obviously have fun with it? You still see the potential?
absolutely. If you can't enjoy the lean times, you don't deserve to enjoy the bountiful times, right? So there's little ways to enjoy this Blazer season. Watching Donovan Clingan try to adjust to how fast players in the NBA is, that's been an adventure. But I don't know. There's a bunch of bright spots on this team, and Shaden Sharp isn't even back from injury yet. And once that happens, and he's out there trying to dunk on Victor Wembanyama, there's going to be yet another dimension to the season for us to enjoy.
I like that.
I like that you're an honest fan with the 20-62 prediction. So I feel like I know the answer to this, but are you good with the idea of let's just go ahead and tank for Cooper Flag?
It's like kind of asking, are you good with climate change? Like, I don't really have the power as an individual to change anything, and I just kind of have to accept it, right?
But some people are vocal. Like when your team is, destined for nothing, you're just like, yeah, I want us to suck because I want change.
I do kind of want us to suck because the history of the Portland Trail Blazers is not one of like free agents wanting to come to the Rose City and play there. We've never had luck with that. So it's either got to be through draft picks or trades. And what we have in front of us right now, I guess, are options for both of those things. So, yeah, I think we're good. I think as an NBA fan, as long as your team has a direction and they're working in that direction, as a fan, you can be excited. For a long time, it was trying to win with Damian Lillard and CJ and all those guys. And now it's not trying to lose, but trying to develop young talent, and move in that direction. And I think they're committed to that direction, so I'm happy.
I still have nightmares of Damian Lillard in a Blazers jersey, what he did to me.
Seems so long ago.
I know you do.
Yes. Oh, just goddamn it.
So long ago.
So I got to ask you, have the fans embraced DeAndre Ayton yet? Like, I know he had a bunch of issues in Phoenix. He comes there. It's never been about talent in my eyes with him. I know he missed.
What was the thing last year?
That's why I don't know. Have you heard anything? I know he missed a game earlier because the neighborhood was too icy. Have they forgiven him for that? Like, what's the deal with him?
Going back to climate change, as long as the temperature slowly rises in the Portland metro area, I think Ayton's slated to play all 82 games this season.
That was one of the funniest
win 20
things.
of them.
I've never heard that excuse ever. Although I heard it from actually I have worked with people who couldn't make it in because of ice.
Here's the thing. They don't salt the roads in Oregon because they don't want it to run off into the rivers and hurt the salmon spawn, which is a noble thing to do.
Yep.
So the ice does get gnarly, but somebody like DeAndre Ayton, I think, can afford snow tires or chains, but
chains.
I know he's from the Bahamas, so you're not used to that kind of lifestyle, right? So
yeah, it's true.
That's actually a fair point.
Has Portland embraced DeAndre Ayton? Not the way we typically embrace people that we really love, but he's starting to grow on us,
Like that plant behind you? Like, I don't know what that's doing.
Like that plant behind. We've named it DeAndre Ayton. It's slowly creeping across.
Just making its way across the whole room.
Credit where credit is due. He was great for the last quarter of last season, and he started off really hot this season. And if he keeps playing like this, he actually might ruin it because he might take us out of the Cooper Flag Ace Bailey lottery.
The guy can't win.
Like at the 8th pick, and then and then they'll hate him again. No, we're gonna love DeAndre Ayton if he keeps.
I like that you hedged your bet, throwing in Ace Bailey there too,
Oh,
just in case you fall to 2 or 3.
Hey Warriors fans, welcome back to Warriors News. Today we're breaking down the Warriors' recent victory over the Pelicans, where they powered through with a commanding 124-106 win without even needing Stephen Curry on the court. Let's dive into how they did it and why this win speaks volumes about the depth and determination of this squad. Alright, let's talk about the highlights. Even with Steph Curry out, the Warriors came in hot, and Buddy Hield stepped up big time, scoring 21 points and keeping the team's offense sharp. Draymond Green was a defensive monster, putting up 14 points and blocking 5 shots. Zion Williamson struggled against the Warriors' defense, only managing 12 points with a rough 5 for 20 from the field. This game really showed us how deep this Warriors team can be. But the surprise here is not just individual performances, it's the team's chemistry. Draymond Green especially seemed to have made it his mission to shut down Zion. Zion's tough moves are well known, but Draymond's intensity on the defensive end and focus throughout the game kept Zion off balance. What a statement from the Warriors' defense. This shows the depth and skill they can rely on, even with stars like Curry and Wiggins sitting out. Golden State is now 4-1, and they're turning heads, proving that this team is not just about 1 or 2 superstars. Many fans expected a struggle for the Warriors in Curry's absence, but this team has shown they can adapt. It's not just Draymond and Hield who are stepping up. Players like Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga have started to shine, filling key roles and playing their hearts out. Moody and Kuminga both came in with such energy, attacking the boards and adding a fresh spark to the offense. Kuminga's rebounding and Moody's shooting really added a new dynamic to the Warriors' game plan. These younger players are growing right before our eyes, and they're contributing in ways that could take the Warriors to new heights this season. Of course, let's not overlook the coaching. Steve Kerr and the Warriors coaching staff have done a phenomenal job adjusting the lineup. Kerr made smart substitutions and rotated players seamlessly, ensuring they were able to keep the Pelicans on their heels. It's clear that Kerr's system, focused on teamwork and high basketball IQ, is paying off. Even without Curry directing the offense, the Warriors were fluid in their ball movement and got good looks at the basket, which is a testament to their preparation and adaptability. What's even more exciting is the mental toughness that the Warriors displayed. The Pelicans came into this game with talent, and even though they were dealing with injuries themselves, they still have star power with players like Brandon Ingram. But the Warriors outlasted them in nearly every aspect. They were focused, they took care of the ball, and they really showed what it means to play Warriors basketball. Gritty, unselfish, and defensively strong. This game also gives us hope for the rest of the season. One of the biggest questions going into the year was about the Warriors' depth. With Curry needing some time to recover and other players in and out of the lineup, can they sustain their success? Well, the answer so far is a big yes. Buddy Hield's shooting, Draymond's leadership, and the hustle from players like Moody and Kuminga are proving that this team has the pieces they need to compete at a high level. With their combination of experience and youth, the Warriors are building a team that could handle almost any challenge that comes their way. Let's remember that it's still early in the season, but with a 4-1 start, the Warriors are already exceeding expectations. Their next few games might be tougher, but after this performance, they've shown that they're ready for whatever comes next. And if they keep this intensity up, we could be looking at a deep playoff run. We have players stepping up and delivering, and the whole team is showing resilience and the kind of heart that makes championship teams. So, Warriors fans, what do you think? Are we seeing the beginning of something special with this Warriors lineup? With Curry out and the team still winning big, this season could hold some surprises. Make sure you drop a comment with your thoughts, like this video if you're as excited as I am, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates from Warriors news. Let's go, Dub Nation! Until next time, keep cheering and stay tuned for more Warriors coverage.